everybody? Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to preview and lay our prediction for the June 7th mega fight between Sergio Martinez, the middleweight champion of the world, versus Miguel Cotto, looking to be the first Puerto Rican to win 4 belts in 4 weight classes. Unfortunately, it's a pretty terrible undercard.
I don't even remember who's on the undercard.
I do, but it's not even worth mentioning. So we're just going to talk about the main event. Now, in the main event, we got one superstar of boxing. He's probably the number 3 revenue creator in the business behind, those other 2 guys. And then we got Sergio Martinez, who has come into his own as of late, with big wins, over Kelly Pavlik, Paul Williams, and Chavez Jr. and has been plagued by injuries lately. But in this fight, I think he's gonna shine. And before I tell you why I think he's gonna shine, I'm gonna let Rob have the floor.
All right, so in this fight we got Miguel Cotto, who's trying to rebuild that last run. I believe he's 34 years old, 33.
Yeah, he's around that.
So he's looking to get his money now, trying to finish off his legacy for himself, and we know he's
got his money.
Oh, well, he's got his money, but we're talking about one more mega fight or big fight. He's for the laundry list of who's who, and Shane Mosley, Zab Judah, Paulie Malignaggi, Margarito, Pacquiao, Mayweather. Who am I missing? There's a lot of people.
You name a guy, he's fought him.
So this is one more name. His first fight at 160, and he's with Freddie Roach for his second fight.
Yep.
So he's looking to make a statement. And we got Sergio Martinez, who we last saw making his return to Argentina versus Martin Murray. In that fight, he wasn't 100%. He's got the knee problems. He's, if I'm not mistaken, had the shoulder problems, and he broke his left hand in that fight.
Yeah, that man's falling apart.
But at 38, that's bound to happen unless your name is Bernard Hopkins. So at this point, this is his first real big mega fight.
Yeah.
Bigger than the
second, I guess.
This is his first one on pay-per-view.
No, it's Chavez Jr. was on.
That was pay-per-view? I thought that was HBO. Oh, well, this is a bigger fight than Chavez Jr. Trust me.
It is. Miguel Cotto, like Rob said, he's fought everybody. He's been on pay-per-view. Like I said earlier, he's probably the 3rd biggest revenue guy in boxing, as far as pay-per-view goes. But I think it's going to get ugly for him.
Yeah.
And I say that because, one, like Rob said, this is his first fight in middleweight. Miguel Cotto was already a small junior middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at 140, you saw him get hurt and dropped. 147, you saw him get hurt, dropped, and stopped. 154, we've seen him hurt a little bit, but he wasn't dropped or stopped. But the guy doesn't have the most reliable chin.
But he does look, for once, like he's not as pudgy as he has been. He looks like he's in good shape. He has a new conditioning coach. If you've seen 24/7, I think this was an MMA conditioning coach at one point. So he's probably put on the weight correctly.
Yeah.
Not only that, the only thing I think he really suffers from is he's still the smaller man, but he's a shorter man.
That was my second point.
Yeah, Miguel Cotto's only about 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
While Martinez is about 5'11".
Yeah.
And not only is he smaller, but he's less athletic.
Yeah.
And doesn't appear to be as strong as Martinez has quite a few knockouts at 160.
Yeah. And he was supposedly a small heavyweight. I mean, he is not a small middleweight, but he turned Kelly Pavlik's face in the hamburger meat. He knocked Paul Williams out. And then after that, he had his fill of the mid-tier guys, finished them all as he should have, with the exception of Murray. Had a field day with Chavez Jr., who
had about 25 pounds on him,
and is also iron chinned.
Right.
But Martinez, I believe, hits harder than Cotto. Like Rob said, he's more athletic than Cotto.
Mm-hmm.
He is used to being a middleweight now. He's bigger. He's faster. Like Rob said, he's physically stronger. The only thing Miguel Cotto has is that left hook.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like that against
a left-handed fighter.
Against a left-handed fighter, the way he throws it. Because he kind of squares up when he throws it. And I don't like that.
Yeah,
he saw it a lot against Delvin Rodriguez.
He gets maximum leverage, but because he squares up and turns his whole body, he can be hit in between that punch.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Cotto has, I don't know how much better his conditioning coach will make him, but he always tends to fade in the later rounds, especially if he's fighting an opponent that he can't knock out in, I would say, the first 8 rounds. Because if he can't knock him out, he kind of retreats and goes into boxing mode where he's moving backwards a lot.
Yeah.
And Cotto has an awesome jab, so he can keep a fighter off of him. But someone like Martinez should be able to avoid that jab and circle him. Miguel Cotto's only hope is to cut the ring off for Martinez because he is a mover.
Yeah.
That can get dirty.
And with that, I can see him walking into something. Pacquiao walked him into a lot of stuff. Mayweather walked him into a lot of stuff. I mean, Mayweather's not the strongest puncher, but you saw he hurt him in the 12th round. Hurt him bad. And that was a gas tank issue a little bit because, well, Mayweather is a very precise puncher, and he's probably a little bit more powerful than people give him credit for. But he's not known as that guy to knock you out, and he still hurt Cotto. And that's from a small welterweight, which circles right back around to me not thinking that this is going to end well for Cotto.
So it's going to be that left hook to the body versus that overhand left that Martinez throws very well.
Yeah.
If he can cut the ring off, he might be able to catch Martinez with something. But if he cannot cut the ring off and Martinez has full reign of the entire, what is this? What is that?
It's probably going to be a small ring because Cotto's the A side.
Right. But again, if he cannot trap and at least throw more than, I would say that right hand going into the left hook, I mean, he's going to have a long night. Yeah. Or a short one if you, depending on how you look at it.
Right, and like we were talking about, if you haven't seen our Carl Frost George Groves recap, we talked about how when you have a straight punch versus a hook, straight punch is going to win. Now, if you got Martinez and Cotto, it's going to be 2 left hands. Rob is standing in the perfect stance. He's going to be Martinez. I'm going to be Cotto. If I'm throwing my left hook and Martinez stands just like that, he's going to have to get around that elbow, which his hand's already down there. But Martinez has a straight shot for that left hand. So if Cotto does that square up wide left hook like he does, because he gets the snap from his pectoral muscle to snap it around, so he opens it up really wide, bam, straight shot.
And not only that, but Martinez can punch with his opponent. We've seen that in the Paul Williams fight.
Yep.
As Paul Williams was coming with, was it left?
It was no, he threw.
I want to say it was an uppercut versus that left hand. Whatever happened, yeah. Martinez won.
Yeah, he threw the left over his right hand.
Right.
Because they were both southpaws.
So he can punch with his opponent. I mean, I really can't say anything. He can punch with his opponent. He punches with a lot of his opponents when he gets in there.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but Cotto does not have the power that Chavez had when he hurt Martinez.
Yeah.
Because again, we're talking about a guy that was 25 pounds heavier with an iron chin and able to walk someone down versus a guy who's smaller, and we're not really sure if he can bring that power from 147 to 154 against a guy of Martinez's caliber.
Yeah. So that's really the story of the fight. Can Cotto bring that power up and bother Martinez enough to... I really doubt he'd stop Martinez. If he does win, it'd be a decision. But like I've been saying this whole video, I think it's going to end ugly for Cotto, which kind of saddens me because I'm a Cotto fan. I really like Miguel Cotto, like I said. I think the first fight I saw him in was against Kelson Pinto back in 140. And I was like, this dude's the truth. But, you know, through all those ups and downs and wear and tear, thinking Martinez in 10, within 10.
And he knocks people out late. Another thing that is interesting is the stamina issues that both guys have. While Cotto fades toward the end, Martinez kind of takes those middle rounds off.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a guy who should be a front runner. He should take the rounds between, let's say, 5 to 8. And Martinez should start fast, slow down, and turn up the heat in the later rounds.
More trouble for Cotto.
Because we saw, again, he retreats. He didn't do that well against Margarito, regardless of, and even in the second fight, I feel like Margarito was starting to come on. Had his right eye not been jacked up from those lefts.
And Manny Pacquiao.
And Manny Pacquiao, again, which jacked up that right eye. Against Shane Mosley, against Mayweather, you can say he just doesn't have that stamina. While, again, Martinez, middle rounds off, starts fast, slows down, speeds back up.
Repeat after me. Bad ending for Cotto. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you agree or disagree, comment section's right there. Keep it respectful. If you guys are on Facebook, you can hit us up on there. If you guys got any questions, you got the comment section, Facebook, Google+, email, capitalcombat@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. You can join us in on all our discussions. Same thing, like us on Facebook. We talk about a lot more than boxing. Primarily on the Facebook page, we cover a lot of glory and MMA on the Facebook page.
That's right.
Google+, you pretty much get all of our YouTube updates, and I'm gonna learn how to use Google+ really well, so you know we can get all the updates on there as well. But if you want to reach us, you can reach us, and we'd like to thank you for reaching us and subscribing and liking and all that good stuff. So we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy the fight. Peace.
This is round 1 and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane, I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighters.